Hello my lovable lovelies and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, still welcome back to my channel. So today what I wanted to do is I recently went into Sephora and picked up a few things, and since I work there I got a little bit of my gratis too, and I went into Ulta and I've kind of been saving up a few things that I've been picking up from Ulta like over the past couple of weeks just so I can do like a Sephora Ulta haul, because some of the Ulta things fit in with drugstore hauls and some of them fit in with the high-end hauls. So we're doing this one with a high-end haul. So I've got some goodies. Alright, so there's lots of products here. I'm probably not going to be using all of them, so I'll just save some of them for later, obviously. So I don't have any new eyeshadow products. So what I figured I would do is just keep going with the Throwback Thursday kind of thing that I have going, since it's for the whole month, and just use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette again. Just mix it up and throw a little bit of the Steel Glitter in there. One and done kind of thing, so we'll see how far I get with that. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. Gotta have some coffee. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's like a heat activated mug. So normally it's just got like the one character, but then like when it's heat activated all of their Titans come up. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Attack on Titan. It's an anime series that I am obsessed with. It's like these people living in just basically a small wall, like cattle, kind of like a very small area, and then there are just like these giant human-like beings that take up the rest of the world, and they eat people. They eat them. It freaked me out. Like at first I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like this, this is lame. And in the first episode they were eating people. I was like, holy shit, okay, you've got me hooked. I'm watching it. So it's pretty intense. Like these people here, like the normal people, like this guy right here, turns into this huge thing. You can't see his face, but he turns into this huge thing. Like this girl right here, Annie, she's a mega badass. She turns into this huge thing right here. Like, dude, if you're into anime and you haven't seen Attack on Titan, watch Attack on Titan, because it is awesome. If you're not into anime, sorry about the rant. Moving on. Okay, so what I'm going to use for a primer, I actually picked up 2 samples yesterday while I was at work of the Cover FX primers. I didn't know which one I was going to like better, so I didn't purchase one. I just picked up samples of both of them. I knew I wasn't going to like the water drenched one just because I'm more oily skin and that's more like a hydrating primer, so I didn't even try that one out. But I got samples of the blurring primer from Cover FX and the gripping primer from Cover FX. So we're going to try the gripping primer today and see how we like that, and just go from there, and then we'll try the blurring primer some other day and see how we like that. So this has a really sticky feel. This is weird. Well, it's definitely going to give my foundation something to grip, that is for sure, because it is like, it almost feels like sticky on your hands, but then when you put it on your face it just kind of smooths right out, and just there's a little bit of tackiness there, but it's not like so bad to where you can't deal with it. Like, you know what it's for, so it's just like, okay, yeah. I mean, it is called a gripping primer, so if you're not ready for that, then don't try it. But I actually like the way that it went on. Like, I actually feel like my foundation is going to stick to this, so this is good. This is good. I like this. Good start. And normally I don't like anything from Cover FX. Like, normally I hate everything Cover FX. Like, I've never tried anything from Cover FX that I was just like, oh my god, I love this. Like, everything I've tried, I've just been like, this is garbage. I couldn't stand it. So this kind of surprised me. I'll keep trying it out for the next couple days and see how I like it. So now for the foundation. So the Smashbox Studio Skin in the 1.1. This is exciting for me. So let's try this out. So I recently got the IT Cosmetics foundation brush, the number 115 from Ulta. They were doing a sale actually where if you bought the IT Cosmetics CC cream, then you got the brush for free, and I needed the CC cream anyways. Like, I wasn't going in there to get it. I need, like, it's been on my list for a while. I've just kind of put it on the back burner, and then I went in there one day and they were like having the sale, and I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. So I went ahead and picked up my CC cream and I got the brush for free. So we're gonna try out the brush today with the Smashbox Studio Skin and see how we like it. Hopefully this shade matches me. first layer, it looks good, but I can still see like some broken capillaries. I can still see a blemish over here. So I'm just gonna go back through with another layer and do a little bit more coverage. If it wasn't for these damn broken capillaries, it would be fine, but I just have these broken capillaries on both sides, and like if you get up close, you can see them, and it's like, ew. It makes me look like I'm dehydrated, which is what caused it, but I'm no longer dehydrated. It just looks like that now permanently, and it's like, ew. So I try and cover it up as much as I can. There we go, that's a little bit better. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with our concealer. So this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Self-Adjusting Concealer. Self-adjusting? Self-setting concealer. And I have it in the shade 11, so let's just pop this on and see how we like this. Like, look, it looks super light, right? Like, super light. Yeah, looked like that in the store too. And then I blended it out and I was like, holy shit, this looks really good. So just give it a chance. Because I even tried the, what is it? This is the 11, so I tried the 12. I guess is what it was, the next shade up, and it was just like way too pink. It looked like, if you guys saw my Morphe video, the concealer that I had in that video where it was just like super pink, that's what it looked like. So I was like, no, let's just try this one and see how far I get with it. But I think I'm gonna like it, so let's just go ahead and blend that out. I'm gonna do that using the Fenty concealer brush. So I guess self-setting means you don't necessarily need to set it, sort of like the Fenty foundation. So maybe I shouldn't have just like slapped this all over my face. If it ends up looking streaky, we know why. Because that's exactly what the Fenty foundation will do. Like if you try and put it all over your face and then blend it out, just because it is self-setting, it will look streaky as hell. So how do we feel about that once it's all blended out? Are we liking it? Is it still too bright? I feel like it looks fine, like, because I like a brightener anyways, but if you guys feel like it's too bright, let me know. I always love feedback, even if it's bad. Just let me know. Okay, so what I'm going to try now is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Foundation Powder, and I'm just going to use this to add a little bit more coverage and just set everything into place. So this is what it looks like, and I have the shade Fairly Light. And I am just going to set this in place using the number 56 Flawless Airbrush Powder Brush from Sephora. And since the concealer is self-setting, we'll just leave the eye area alone. I don't want to add too much color to under my eyes anyways and just take away the brightness that I just added. So we're just going to leave the eye area alone and set everything else. I think the shade might be a little dark for me. Okay, so that actually feels really good. So we're just gonna roll with that and see how that wears for the day. Like I said, I'm not gonna set the concealer and just see how it works as a self-setting concealer and see if it's gonna crease or like move or smudge or just whatever. So we're just gonna test that out today. So this is nothing new. This is just my Ciate London Bamboo Bronzer. I didn't pick up a new bronzer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this on real quick. So I definitely feel like the Complexion Rescue that I put on was a little too dark for my skin tone. It just kind of made everything look a little tan, I guess. I don't know, like there's a visible difference to me. I'm just trying to even it out. I'm just not comfortable with it now. I'm like, wah. Okay, but it is what it is, so we're just gonna roll with it. So this is something newer that I picked up. I actually picked it up a while ago, like back when Fenty launched all their new products, and I just haven't used it yet. I just kind of put it in a box and I was like, oh, I'll use this in a video, and just forgot about it. So here's the video for it. So this is just the Fenty highlighter in Trophy Wife. So let's pop some of this on and see how we like it, and then we'll do a little bit of blush. And I'm just going to do that using my Wet n Wild number P77 brush. So I'm curious, like, do you guys have like a routine, like an order in which you do your makeup? Because I feel like a lot of people do, but I don't. Like, I just kind of do things like as they come into my head. It's like, oh, I need to do foundation, let's do that. And then next is concealer, and then like, oh, we need to do bronzer, and we need to do highlight, and just like, and then like, oh yeah, we have to do brows, and then we'll do eyes, or also I'll start with eyes, and then it's like, oh, let's do foundation, and then like, let's do brows, and then let's do concealer. Like, I do everything out of order all the time. So I'm just curious, like, am I the only one that does that? Do you guys have a set routine that you like to follow, or do you mix it up like I do? What's the deal out there? Am I the only one? Am I a loner? Oh god, that made my nose so shiny. It's a little better. Okay, so for blush, I don't have anything new once again, so I'm just going to be using the Pacifica. I know this isn't a high-end brand, but I just kind of like the shade, this one right here. So I'm just going to pop into that for my blush, and we'll see how that looks. So I'm just going to pop into this shade right here using my Smashbox blush brush. This one right here. And this is kind of cute because it has like a mirror on the back, and it's like, oh, okay, like, I can get with that. Okay, so we've got all that done. Now let's jump into the fun part. So this is the Benefit Brow Blade, and I have it in the shade Neutral Nana. So we're gonna try this on the brows today. So it has like this small marker end on one side and just a regular pencil on the other. So what I guess you do is you outline your brow with the pencil and then you fill it in with the marker. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll actually zoom you guys in a little bit so you can actually see like what I'm doing on my brows. One thing I will say about this, it doesn't have a spoolie. I don't like that, but so far so good other than that. So I'm going to use my spoolie for my Anastasia brush. If I can find it, found it. Okay, so now that we've got the basic outline and then like the front little hairs, let's just switch it around and fill it in with the marker side. Child. Okay, so what do we think about this brow, you guys? Probably the most Instagram brow that I've ever done. Let's just go ahead and do the other side and see how we like it. Okay, so now we've got both of our eyebrows on. What do we think about it? Do we like this product? Is it a yay? Is it a nay? I can't really decide. I mean, they're definitely bold eyebrows. So if you like bold eyebrows, this is probably a really good product for you. I generally go for more softer kind of eyebrows, but then again, I work at Sephora, so half the time I have to go bold whether I like it or not. So this could really work for me, and it did not take that long actually, and it does not require a brush. So these are all pluses. I think it is like 26 bucks though, but if you think about it like being similar to a pomade where you don't need a brush, that's a plus. It might dry out on you a lot faster than a pomade because you can always mix in like an oil with a pomade and that will make it to where you can use it again, whereas this might just dry out. Just kind of depends on how much you use it. Like if you're gonna use it every day, I'm sure it'll be fine. If you're gonna use it like maybe once a month, probably don't purchase this one. Consider investing in something else. But so far I like it. I think I like it, yeah. So this one gets an A. Okay, so now let's work on eyes, you guys. So we're using the Modern Renaissance palette. So what I want to do, I think, is I want to jump into this shade Raw Sienna, and I want to lay that down as just a transition shade, and I want to be super duper simple with it, and then just pop on some Stila glitter in Gold Goddess and just see what that looks like. So let's just get started with that. Okay, so now I'm dropping into this shade Raw Sienna, And just using the Anastasia brush that came with the palette, just dropping that from crease to brow bone. Okay, so now that we've got that nice good base, let's go ahead and jump over into our Stila glitter in the shade Gold Goddess, and let's just pop that all over the lid. Alright, there. How about that? How about that? I think I like it, but I think I want to add a wing just because it looks a little... I'm just going to use my Benefit roller liner to do a bit of a wing. And let's just see how we go from here. Okay, so I think that looks a little bit better, like a little bit more drama. So now let's do a little bit of mascara. So I actually have the NARS Climax mascara. So let's try this out and see how we like it. Oh, I love this. Like, zero clumping. Zero. Do you guys see this? Zero clumpage. Amazing. Okay, so we've got our eyes done, and I didn't realize that I wasn't recording when I did this, but I went ahead and put on my lip liner. So this is in the shade Lavish. It's the Dose of Colors lip liner that I've heard so many good things about. I actually have two of them. I have the shade Nitty Gritty and Lavish. I figured Lavish would go today with the It's Always Red, I think is what it's called. I don't know. It had a name on it, and then I took off the packaging, and now there's no name. So I think it's called It's Always Red. It's the number 01 cream lip stain from Sephora. Yeah. So we're gonna try that and this together and see what they look like. So let's just pop some of this on. And this is a cream stain, so it's supposed to be a stain, but it's supposed to be creamy and hydrating at the same time, which I don't necessarily care for all that much, but we're gonna try it just to say that we tried it. Alright, what do we think about that lip color, you guys? I kind of like it. I feel like the lip liner is a little bit darker, but then again, you kind of want that. It's just got a little bit more like purpley red to it, where this one's more like a blue kind of red. So I don't know. They don't necessarily go together perfectly, but it doesn't look bad, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Alright, now let's go ahead and set everything in place. So I'm just going to use my Makeup Forever Mist and Fix setting spray. Alright, so that is it. Okay, so I will say this. I feel like the overall look is pretty good. I kind of feel like the Blemish Rescue powder foundation almost ruined everything. I actually had to go back in with the Studio Fix from Smashbox and just touch up a few places where it was just a little bit too dark. Just not saying that the powder is bad, I just feel like the shade is a little too dark for me, even though the shade is fairly light. It just looks like, look at how dark this is. Do you see that? Like, and I'm fair, so it came off really orange on me. So there was just a few spots that I had to kind of like touch up around my chin area, and especially like around my brow area. It just kind of built up right there. So I had to fix that. But other than that, I feel like the look came together pretty well. I'm really liking all the products. We'll see how the Studio Skin foundation lasts. This is the first time I'm wearing this. We'll test out the Makeup Forever Self-Adjusting Concealer. I keep calling this self-adjusting. It is self-setting. It is called Light Capturing Self-Setting Concealer. So we'll test this out today, see if it creases on me. I didn't set it just to see if it actually is self-setting. So we'll just kind of do a little bit of a wear test, and at the end of the night we'll do sort of our end of the day review for it and just let you guys know how everything wore. So I'll see you in a little bit, okay? Okay guys, so it is now 7 o'clock. So I've had all of this on for around 8 hours now. So let's just do a little bit of a review. I feel like it looks really good. Like it feels like it looks really good. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing too much. It feels a little bit greasy, but then again, the foundation is advertised for more dry skin, so I'm not really surprised by that at all. I feel like if I was just to blot it a little bit, it would probably be fine. So let's zoom in and check out the concealer a little bit. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but I feel like the concealer actually held up pretty well. Like for a self-setting concealer to have not used any powder whatsoever, I feel like it looks pretty good. Like there's literally no creasing. Like, do you see this? I have not tapped it out at all. I have not like tapped it out at all. I have not done anything like that. I put no powder on it. I am thoroughly impressed with this. This is absolutely amazing. Like, and it still feels really good too. Like, it doesn't feel like it's balled up anywhere, or that it's bunched up, or that it's like sliding off. It's stayed in place all day, and I'm literally amazed. This is a really good concealer. So that one definitely gets an A+ from me. Okay guys, so now that we've seen everything on the face after a full 7-8 hours, something like that, what do we think? I feel like it still looks pretty good. I feel like it held up very well, especially for like a more hydrating foundation, and I'm more oily skinned. I feel like it held up pretty well. The concealer really blew my mind considering I didn't set it at all. It did not crease on me at all. I find that absolutely amazing. So the Makeup Forever self-setting concealer, yes, A+, A+. But I also love the Smashbox Studio Skin foundation, which is not new, just new to me. But this one is new, and I believe it retails for $28. You can get it at Sephora and I think makeupforever.com. So yeah, if you are interested in a self-setting, creaseless, long-lasting concealer, the Makeup Forever HD is a good one to go for. So that is pretty much it for this video. Alright you guys, so I'll just wrap this up. I really hope that you enjoyed watching the video. I always enjoy making them. So if you did enjoy it, then go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. If you really like my vibe and you want to see more of me, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more of me, and I'll be seeing a lot more of you in the future. Alright? I love you guys. Peace out.